Okay, so speaking is talk about the new TV show, right? So pair work, a TV studio is looking for idea for new TV show. Brainstorm possible idea and agree on the idea and make a brief note, right? So this is a kind of brainstorm question, right? What kind of TV show is it? What is it about and who are the main character and who will it appeal to, right? Yes. appeal to នេះគឺតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងការតាក់ទាញចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍ស្មើនឹង attract right attract ពី attract បាទ attract ហ្នឹងគឺតាក់ទាញចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍ attract attract នេះជា verb attractive ជា adjective right attract បាទ Okay, so this one is example, right? Class activity. Tell the class about your TV show. Our TV show is a detective story. It's about two secret agents who are chasing an alien from other planet, and there are two main characters, right? So this one is about brainstorming TV show program. Okay, so we skip this one. Okay, now we move to listening part. Okay, a night at the movie, right? Sombin, can you read part A?
Sorry, teacher, can you?
Yeah, I hear you now, right?
A. Listen to critics talk about a new movie. What do they like or not like about it? Rate each item in the chart from 1 to 3.
Okay, so critic right បាទ critic នេះគឺអ្នករិះគន់ណា critic បាទចឹង listen to two critics បាទចូលស្ដាប់អ្នករិះគន់ចំនួន2នាក់ talk about new movie បាទនិយាយអំពីខ្សែភាពយន្តថ្មីមួយ What do they like and not like about it តើពួកគេចូលចិត្តនិងមិនចូលចិត្តវាអំពីអ្វីខ្លះ Rate each item right in the chart from 1 to 3 បាទយើង item របស់យើងមានអីខ្លះបាទមាន acting បាទ acting ការសម្ដែងអញ្ចឹងអ្នក critic ទី1ឈ្មោះ Pauline critic number 2 Colin បាទអញ្ចឹងទៅលើ acting ទៅលើ story បាទទៅលើសាច់រឿងទៅលើ music ទៅលើតន្ត្រីហើយទៅលើបច្ចេកទេសដែលប្រើប្រាស់នៅក្នុងខ្សែភាពយន្តនិង special effect ហើយយើងស្ដាប់ដោយយើងដាក់បន្ទុកបាទ rating ដាក់បន្ទុកលេខ1 didn't like it បាទន័យថាមិនចូលចិត្តទេលេខ2មានន័យថា okay លេខ3មានន័យថាចូលចិត្តយ៉ាងខ្លាំងបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងស្ដាប់វាមកបាទស្ដាប់ការសន្ទនារបស់ critic ទាំងពីរហ្នឹងហើយយើង take note ថាតើគាត់នីមួយៗទៅលើសាច់រឿងមួយហ្នឹងបាទគាត់ rating មួយណាលេខ1លេខ2ឬលេខ3 right okay
Page 90, Exercise 12. Listening. A Night at the Movies. Part A. Listen to two critics talk about a new movie. What do they like or not like about it? Rate each item in the chart from 1 to 3.
Welcome to A Night at the Movies. I'm Pauline Kaplan.
And I'm Colin Hale. Good evening.
Tonight, we're going to review the new James Bond film. Well, I really like this new James Bond actor very, very much. He's the best actor that's ever had the role. Warm, human, even funny. A totally believable character.
I have to agree. A perfect 007 type. Pauline, what did you think of the story?
It was a standard story for a Bond movie. The usual beautiful women, the usual evil villain, nothing new.
Well, I'm surprised. I have to say that I thought the story was unusually good. The race car scenes were exciting, and the surprise ending was great.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
Really? What did you think about the music?
I wasn't impressed at all by the music. I love the James Bond theme, but what they did with it was awful. Too modern for me.
I can't believe you. I haven't heard such interesting music in a movie in a long time. It really added to the action scenes.
Now that brings up another weakness in the film, the special effects. Again, it's just the same old stuff. The car that flies, the pen that's really a gun. You get tired of that kind of thing.
I'd hardly believe you and I saw the same movie, Pauline. I have to say that the special effects were the best ever in a Bond film. For example, the scene where...
Excuse me, Colin. We're going to have to break for a commercial.
You're right, Pauline. We'll be right back with our ratings. Pauline, I really added... I can't believe...
The usual evil
Evening.
To movies. Part A. Listen to two critics talk about a new movie. What do they like or not like about it? Rate each item in the chart from 1 to 3.
Welcome to A Night at the Movies. I'm Pauline Kaplan.
And I'm Colin Hale. Good evening.
Tonight we're going to review the new James Bond film. Well, I really like this new James Bond actor very, very much. He's the best actor that's ever had the role. Warm, human, even funny. A totally believable character.
I have to agree. A perfect 007 type. Pauline, what did you think of the story?
It was a standard story for a Bond movie. The usual beautiful women, the usual evil villain, nothing new.
Well, I'm surprised. I have to say that I thought the story was unusually good. The race car scenes were exciting, and the surprise ending was great.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
Really? What did you think about the music?
I wasn't impressed at all by the music. I love the James Bond theme, but what they did with it was awful. Too modern for me.
I can't believe you. I haven't heard such interesting music in a movie in a long time. It really added to the action scenes.
Now that brings up another weakness in the film, the special effects. Again, it's just the same old stuff. The car that flies, the pen that's really a gun. You get tired of that kind of thing.
I'd hardly believe you and I saw the same movie, Pauline. I have to say that the special effects were the best ever in a Bond film. For example, the scene where...
Excuse me, Colin. We're going to have to break for a commercial.
You're right, Pauline. We'll be right back with our ratings.
Alright, so after listening second time, okay, so what do you take note, right? So we have two critics, Pauline and Colin, right? They talk about different items, acting, story, music, and special effect of James Bond film. Okay, now let's hear from you, right? So you need to rating, okay? So 1, 2, 3, right? Pauline, right? Pauline about acting, you put number 1, 2, or 3, right? Colin as well, right? Story, the same thing, right? 1, 2, 3, right? So based on their conversation, okay, what did you take note, right? So okay, now talking about number 1, right? Pauline, okay. Item number 1 is acting about James Bond, right? So what is the rating? 1, 2, or 3 for Pauline and Colin, right? Anybody volunteer?
3 chair.
Yes.
I think acting Colin like this movie very much, and Colin also agree with her too.
So you put number 1, 2, or 3?
Number three, teacher.
Okay, very good. So number 3 for okay. So let me erase this one. Okay, so for acting, they rate number 3. So they believe that the James Bond acting performance is very good, right? They like it very much, so it number 3. So, okay, number 3, right? Very good, right? How about story, right? Story. Story. What do you think about story? Visa? Suchitra? Lini? Kuntula? No. Hiêm Hui? No.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes. Sambin again. Yes.
I think about story. I think number 2 because I've heard that they said it useful story. I'm not sure about it, but I think number 2.
Pauline, right?
Yes.
Okay, Pauline.
I
you
think
see
both of them.
number two,
number
right?
2.
Okay, you're seeing
Yes,
both
yes.
of them are number 2. Okay. What about Him Hui, right? Him Hui, what did you think? Okay, somebody say number 2, right? So we put it first and then we will go back to listen again, okay, to check up, to verify. Okay, number 3, right? Number 3, music. Sambin, you want to do it all? Okay, music.
For music, for Pauline, I think number 3. Sure.
Yes.
Number 3, and
Colin.
for Colin, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure. I think he confused. No, he deny with Pauline. I think number 1.
Number 1. Okay, so put number first. Okay, and then we will go back again. Okay, what about
Okay.
special effect?
For special effect, I think both of them are 3.
3. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now we listen again and we will do one by one.
It was a standard story for Welcome to A Night at the Movies. I'm Pauline Kaplan.
And I'm Colin Hale. Good evening.
Tonight we're going to review the new James Bond film. Well, I really like this new James Bond actor very, very much. He's the best actor that's ever had the role. Warm, human, even funny. A totally believable character.
I have to agree. A perfect 007 type. Pauline, what did you think?
Okay, so numbers acting, right? Number 3 is correct, right? So all are correct. So they believe that the James Bond has the best acting performance, and Colin also agree with that with his performance. Okay, so they like it very much. So number 3 is incorrect. Okay, now listen to number 2. Okay, now we listen to number 2. Okay, so number 1 they agree that the acting is very good. Okay, so they like it very much. Number 3. Okay, now we listen to number 2.
A totally believable character.
I have to agree. A perfect 007 type. Pauline, what did you think of the story?
It was a standard story for a Bond movie. The usual beautiful women, the usual evil villain, nothing new.
Well, I'm surprised. I have to say that I thought the story was unusually good. The race car scenes were exciting, and the surprise ending was great.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
Really? What did you think about the music?
I wasn't impressed at
The ending?
new.
Well, I'm 007 type.
Well, warm, human, even funny. A totally believable character.
I have to agree. A perfect 007 type. Pauline, what did you think of the story?
It was a standard story for a Bond movie. The usual beautiful women, the usual evil villain, nothing new.
Well, I'm surprised. I have to say that I thought the story was unusually good. The race car scenes were exciting, and the surprise ending was great.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
Really? What did you
Okay, so number 2, right? Story. Pauline say the story is mostly standard and usual, right? So usual mean okay. So number 2 is correct. But Colin showed different from Pauline, right? Say he showed it unusual, right? So like it very much. Okay, now exciting, right? He showed it very exciting, but both of them disagree with each other, right? So Pauline have different idea from Colin have different idea from Pauline, right? Pauline saying it's usual, it's okay. Number 2, right? But Colin say it's exciting. Okay, the story is exciting. Okay, so they have opposite idea. So Colin short it number 3. Okay, number 3, right? Okay, now listen to the music. Okay, music.
I have to say that I thought the story was unusually good. The race car scenes were exciting, and the surprise ending was great.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
Really? What did you think about the music?
I wasn't impressed at all by the music. I love the James Bond theme, but what they did with it was awful. Too modern for me.
I can't believe you. I haven't heard such interesting music in a movie in a long time. It really added to the action scenes.
Now that brings up another weakness in the film, the special effects.
Okay, so for the music, I think they all agree together, right? It's very modern, and for Pauline, it is very good, right? So it's very modern, so she like it very much, and Colin also agrees that the music also added to the scene អញ្ចឹងវាតន្ត្រីហ្នឹងគឺលេងទៅវាត្រូវជាមួយឆាក scene ហ្នឹងគឺឈុតរបស់វាណាឆាកឈុតរបស់វាហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងមានន័យថាពួកគេចូលចិត្តទាំងពីរ okay so for Colin also agree that they also like the music, right? Okay, because they say the music added to the scene អញ្ចឹងវាស៊ីគ្នាណាជាមួយនឹងឈុតឆាកហ្នឹងគឺតន្ត្រីលេងស្របគ្នាតែម្ដង okay so they agree. Okay, for special effect, right? Listen to the special effect.
Interesting music in a movie in a long time. It really added to the action scenes.
Now that brings up another weakness in the film, the special effects. Again, it's just the same old stuff. The car that flies, the pen that's really a gun. You get tired of that kind of thing.
I'd hardly believe you and I saw the same movie, Pauline. I have to say that the special effects were the best ever in a Bond film. For example, the scene where...
Excuse me, Colin. We're going to have to break for a commercial.
Alright, so for special effect, right, Pauline's thing is nothing new, right? It's just the same thing, so he doesn't like it. So it's number 1, okay? But for Colin it's number 3, right? See, his short different from Pauline, right? It's amazing. It's great, right? So for Pauline is number 1. For Colin is number 3. Okay. Okay. Do you agree, everybody, for this? So for Colin, we see acting is good, we like it, story yes, music great, and special effects great. And different from Pauline rating, story is great, and story okay, music great, but special effect is no, right? She didn't like the special effect. Okay, everybody agree to that? Sambin?
Yes, teacher. I agree with it.
Okay, now so this is a writing. You can look it by yourself, okay, at home, and then you can learn by writing the same example with this. Okay, so you can look at this example, and then you can start by your own writing about the movie review. Okay. Okay, now we go to the reading. Okay, this is the last part of the unit. Okay, we study about special effect, right? Any volunteers to read?
Me, teacher.
Yes, can you read, please?
Special effect. Scan the article. What is the most important change in special effect? 1. Nowadays, almost everything can happen in the movies. Dinosaurs rule in the world. People fly, and alien attack spacecraft. But how it possible? That's all.
Okay, very good, right? For the first paragraph, right? Okay, special effect, right? Special effect បច្ចេកទេសថតរឿងណាគឺយើងផ្ដោតទៅលើបច្ចេកទេសថតរឿងនៅក្នុងខ្សែភាពយន្តបាទគេហៅ special effect បាទអញ្ចឹងយើង scan article បាទ scan កន្លែងនេះគឺយើងអានបាទអានត្រួសអានអត្ថបទត្រួសបាទគេឲ្យយើងអានត្រួស What is the most important change in the special effect បាទតើអ្វីជាការផ្លាស់ប្ដូរសំខាន់បំផុតនៅក្នុងបច្ចេកទេសថតរឿង right special effect okay number 1 right paragraph 1 okay nowadays almost everything can happen in the movie dinosaurs rule the world people fly and alien attack the spacecraft but how is it possible right okay នេះគឺជាពាក្យ spacecraft ហើយនេះគឺជាពាក្យថ្មីរបស់យើងគឺ nowadays right yes nowadays បាទ nowadays នេះគឺយើងបកប្រែថាសប្តាហ៍ថ្ងៃនេះបាទសប្តាហ៍ថ្ងៃនេះស្ទើរតែអ្វីគ្រប់យ៉ាងអាចកើតឡើងនៅក្នុងខ្សែភាពយន្ត Dinosaur បាទជាអ្នកគ្រប់គ្រងពិភពលោក right rules the world right rule the world បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញ rule កន្លែងនេះដើរតួនាទីជាកិរិយាសព្ទបាទជា verb អញ្ចឹងមានន័យថា rule គ្រប់គ្រង right បាទ Dinosaur rule the world dinosaur គ្រប់គ្រងពិភពលោក people fly មនុស្សជិះហោះ and alien បាទ alien មនុស្សភពក្រៅ attack the spacecraft បាទវាយប្រហារបាទអញ្ចឹងមនុស្សពិភពក្រៅវាយប្រហារយានអវកាស right spacecraft ហ្នឹងគឺយានអវកាស okay spacecraft but how is it all possible តើទាំងអស់នេះកើតឡើងយ៉ាងដូចម្តេច right how is it possible right okay now move to paragraph number 2 right any volunteer to do number 2 reading number
Sure. Excuse me.
yes
Jigong, he told me that he was permission asked for permission today.
yeah I know that Qigong for permission but he need to inform to the group right so he need
Yes.
to share it yes because examination office will take your attendance not me
Yes.
okay volunteer number 2 right can you read the second paragraph any volunteer
Media.
yes
Two. Special effects started long before movies. 14th century, magicians performed in the streets, usually in markets and fairs. They did card tricks and things like making rabbits disappear. In the early 19th century, before the invention of electricity, actors in theaters were highlighted by lamplights. Sometime later, a lighting technique called Pepper's ghosts were used to make ghosts appear on the stage. Audience were thrilled.
okay very good right okay យើងមើលនៅក្នុងអត្ថបទនេះ right okay special effect បាទបច្ចេកទេសថតបានចាប់ផ្ដើមក៏កើតតាំងពីមុនខ្សែភាពយន្តកើតឡើងម្ល៉េះអញ្ចឹងមានន័យថាបច្ចេកទេសនេះគឺគេមានយូរហើយមិនមែនទើបតែបង្កើតខ្សែភាពយន្តវាទើបតែមានទេអញ្ចឹងគេមានតាំងពីយូរហើយ special effect អូខេហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងគេបាននិយាយថា 4th century បាទអស់រយៈពេលជាច្រើនសតវត្សបាទកន្លែងនេះគឺយើងបកប្រែអស់រយៈពេលជាច្រើនសតវត្ស 4th century magician បាទអ្នកលេងអ្នកលេងសៀកបាទអ្នកលេងគេហៅថាអ្នកលេងវេទមន្តណាបាទអ្នកលេងវេទមន្តបាទ magician អ្នកលេងវេទមន្ត perform in the street បាទអ្នកលេងវេទមន្តហ្នឹងគឺបានអនុវត្តវាហ្នឹងតាំងពីនៅតាមដងផ្លូវដែរបាទដូចយើងអ្នកលេងដែលគាត់លេងសិលាបៀគាត់បំភាន់ភ្នែកយើងបាទអញ្ចឹងពួកទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងគឺសិតតែធ្លាប់ប្រើវេទមន្តបច្ចេកទេសដែលគាត់សម្ដែងនៅតាមផ្លូវហ្នឹងគាត់លេងតាំងពីយូរលង់មកហើយបាទតាំងពីមិនទាន់មានខ្សែភាពយន្តក៏កើតឡើងម្ល៉េះបាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់សម្ដែងនៅតាមផ្លូវ right perform in the street and usually in the market បាទជាធម្មតានៅតាមផ្សារឬក៏ fair បាទនៅតាមការតាំងពិព័រណ៍ផ្សេង fair កន្លែងនេះគឺយើងបកថាកន្លែងតាំងពិព័រណ៍ផ្សេងណាបាទការតាំងពិព័រណ៍ fair they did the card trick right but they did the card trick and sing like making the rabbit disappear បាទពួកគេតាំងពីលេងស្លឹកបៀម្ល៉េះបាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់មានវេទមន្តមួយដែលគាត់លេង card trick right ស្លឹកបៀបាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់បានធ្វើតាំងពីវេទមន្តស្លឹកបៀនិងរឿងរ៉ាវផ្សេងទៀតបាទដូចជាការធ្វើឲ្យ rabbit disappear បាទការធ្វើឲ្យទន្សាយនឹង disappear បាទ disappear ហ្នឹងវាផ្ទុយ opposite of appear បាទ appear នេះគឺលេចឡើងបាទ លេចឡើងក៏យើងគ្រាន់តែដកពាក្យ dis ចេញមកបាទអញ្ចឹងពាក្យនេះគឺពី opposite គ្នាដែរ appear បាទលេចឡើង disappear បាទន័យថាបាត់បាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់អាចធ្វើឲ្យទន្សាយមួយបាត់តែម្ដងបាទដូចជានៅក្នុងmagician of David Copperfield right he can make a trick to disappear the train អញ្ចឹងគាត់អាចបំបាំងរថភ្លើងបានណាបើយើងមើលស្នាដៃលេងសម្ដែងរបស់គាត់គឺគាត់អាចគាត់អាចលេងអ្វីដែលអស្ចារ្យបាទដែលអស្ចារ្យចឹង in early 19th century right កាលពីដើមទសវត្សរ៍បាទសតវត្សរ៍បាទ century នេះយើងបកភាសាសតវត្សរ៍បាទតាំងពីដើមសតវត្សរ៍ទី19ណា in early 19th century បាទ before the invention of electricity ដែលមុននឹងការកកើតនៅអគ្គិសនី actor in the theater right were highlighted by the lamplight បាទតួឯកដែលសម្ដែងនៅក្នុងរោងកុន in the theater ត្រូវបានបញ្ចាំង highlighted បាទត្រូវបានបញ្ចាំងដោយប្រើភ្លើងឡាមបាទ lamplight នេះគឺជាភ្លើងពណ៌ប្រភេទនេះណាជាភ្លើងពណ៌ប្រភេទខ្ញុំឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នាមើលរូបភាព lamplight របស់យើងបាទបាទឡាមនេះគឺក្រូចឆ្មាឡៃពន្លឺភ្លើងបែបក្រូចឆ្មាតើវាមានពន្លឺភ្លើងយ៉ាងម៉េចបាទ lamp light អូខេ Where is lamp light is it correct lamp light okay S Public attention and interest have been underlined by recently following the release of the Conservation Museum. Okay, lamplight. Let me show you. Highlights.
lacked a connection. Narrated my path with a lack of direction, but circumstance made that path collide with yours. Your life saved mine through sliding doors. You see, it's confession time. Sweet and good for me like 5 portions of clementine. They thought you would change, but your inner strength shine. They thought you would break, but you never did. Cry. Through the violence and trying times I tried to describe it even though you're quite right. That I like you, fights, true. We had our share, but in those circumstances, man, that is fair. You were so smart, and we were so sick, and you were such a big part of this whole thing. And I care about the others, but I know you know it within you. You're special, so this can't be the greatest. You were the limelight, you were the limelight, girl. And I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the
OK អញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញពន្លឺភ្លើងប្រភេទឡាមប្រភេទក្រូចឆ្មាព្រាលព្រាលដែលនៅក្នុងជាទូទៅនៅពេលដែលគេថតកុនគេប្រើភ្លើងប្រភេទហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងយើងគ្រាន់ដឹងថាវាជាប្រភេទភ្លើងមួយយ៉ាងដែលគេប្រើនៅក្នុងការសម្ដែងភាពយន្តណាបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញកាលហ្នឹងដោយសារវាមិនទាន់មានការកកើតបាទអគ្គិសនីបាទភ្លើងអគ្គិសនីបាទមិនទាន់មានអញ្ចឹង actor in the theater were highlighted by the lamplight បាទត្រូវបានប្រើនៅពន្លឺភ្លើងបែបឡាមអូខេ sometime later បាទពេលខ្លះក្រោយមកទៀត a lighting technique called the pepper ghost was used to make the ghost appear on the stage បាទក្រោយមកទៀតបាទបច្ចេកទេសប្រើពន្លឺភ្លើងដែលគេហៅថា pepper ghost បាទ pepper ghost ហ្នឹងដែលជាប្រភេទស្រមោលខ្មោចបាទអញ្ចឹងត្រូវបានគេប្រើដើម្បីបង្កើតបាទដើម្បីធ្វើឲ្យខ្មោចហ្នឹងលេចឡើងនៅលើឆាកបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញពាក្យ appear right appear នេះគឺ opposite of disappear right on the stage បាទនៅលើឆាកអញ្ចឹងគេមានពន្លឺខ្មោចមួយទៀតដែលគេសម្រាប់មានពន្លឺហ្នឹងទៅវាប្រចាំងឲ្យយើងឃើញខ្មោចនៅលើឆាកបាទកាលនោះវាអត់ទាន់មានអគ្គិសនីទេ right បាទ the audience was thrilled បាទពេលនោះគឺអ្នកទស្សនាបាទ the audience អ្នកទស្សនាគឺមានភាពរំជើបរំជួល right បាទរំជើបរំជួល thrill right thrill រំជើបរំជួល exciting ណាបាទ Okay now we move to paragraph number 3 right number 3 any volunteer to read paragraph 3 Lini, can you read paragraph 3?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, can you read the paragraph 3? Con à?
3. Yeah, teacher. Okay. Number 3. Mortison picture began in the 1890, but there was no sound. They were silent movie, talkie, were first. Again.
Nè.
So in the 1920 letter color film gradually replaced black and white one.
Okay, very good. Jole Lini. Okay, dương đừng mơ môi mà đòn bàពាក្យដែលខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នាកត់សម្គាល់គឺ motion picture បាទនេះជាពាក្យបច្ចេកទេសគេប្រើនៅក្នុងការថតរូបបាទ motion picture motion picture right motion picture បាទ picture ហ្នឹងគឺរូបភាព picture បើយើងបកទៅវាជារូបភាព motion នេះជាចលនាចឹងរូបភាពចលនាបាទអ្នកនរនេះស្គាល់រូបភាពចលនាទេបាទរូបភាពចលនាមានន័យថានៅក្នុងភាពយន្តហ្នឹងគេមានជារូបភាពហើយរូបភាពហ្នឹងវាមានចលនាឧទាហរណ៍ណាលោកគ្រូបាយហើយ motion picture បាទយើងមើលឧទាហរណ៍មួយនេះបាទរបៀបបង្កើត motion picture right yeah motion picture
'Today, we explore milestones in the history of motion pictures. Though earlier methods had been developed to view simulated motion of drawn or posed images, the first experiment to capture actual motion on film took place here in Stanford, California. In 1878, a racehorse tripped a series of 12 cameras to settle an alleged bet by Leland Stanford that all 4 legs of the horse would be in the air at some point during the run. In 1890, William Dixon, while working with Thomas Edison, developed a way of capturing moving images on a celluloid film strip. One person at a time could look at the developed film through a glass peephole in a device called a kinetoscope.
Okay. ចឹងអ្នកនរគ្នានៅក្នុងខ្សែភាពយន្តគេមាន motion picture នេះគឺរូបភាពចលនាមានន័យថានៅពេលដែលយើងថតចលនារបស់យើងគឺធម្មជាតិប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលគេចេះបញ្ចូលចលនារូបភាពរបស់យើងហ្នឹងវាគេអាចបង្កើតឲ្យវាទៅជាលឿនបាទអញ្ចឹងដូចថាយើងវាយតប់គ្នាអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញមានការវាយតប់ធម្មតាយើងវាយជាលក្ខណៈធម្មជាតិយើងវាយមួយបាទយើងមិនមែនជាការបង្កើតចលនាយើងឲ្យញាប់ទេប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលគេបង្កើតចលនាយើងឲ្យញាប់ដូចគេវាយញាប់ដូចគុំអញ្ចឹងមកវាយខ្លាំងមកវាយលឿនអញ្ចឹងចលនាហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវបានគេបង្កើតដោយធម្មតាយើងរត់យឺតប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលយើងថតខ្សែភាពយន្តទៅវាទៅជាគេបង្កើតឲ្យទៅជា motion picture ហ្នឹងវាធ្វើឲ្យយើងរត់លឿនខ្លាំងខុសពីធម្មតាបាទកន្លែង motion picture នេះអ្នកនរនេះយល់ទេលឺនេះ បាទហៀមហួយ អូខេអញ្ចឹងរូបភាពចលនាត្រូវបានបង្កើតឡើងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1890 right motion picture began in 1890 but there was no sound ប៉ុន្តែកាលនោះអត់ទាន់មានសំឡេងទេ they were silent movie បាទអញ្ចឹងភាគច្រើនគឺជាខ្សែភាពយន្តស្ងៀមស្ងាត់បាទដែលមានន័យថាខ្សែភាពយន្តកាលហ្នឹងវាអត់ឮសំឡេងទេព្រោះកាលហ្នឹងវាបច្ចេកទេសវាអត់ដល់បាទអញ្ចឹងវាស្ថិតនៅក្នុង silent movie បាទខ្សែភាពយន្តគ្មានសំឡេងបាទ Talkie were the first sound in 1920 បាទអញ្ចឹងកម្មវិធី Talkie ត្រូវបានគេដាក់បញ្ចាំងជាលើកដំបូងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1920បាទឆ្នាំ1920ចឹងយើងឃើញហើយថាខ្សែភាពយន្តដែលមានសំឡេងបាទ Talkie បាទជាប្រភេទខ្សែភាពយន្តដែលមានសំឡេងត្រូវបានគេចាក់បញ្ចាំងជាលើកដំបូងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1920បាទក្រោយមកអូខេ later the color film បាទខ្សែភាពយន្តដែលមានពណ៌ចម្រុះជាច្រើន gradually replace the black and white one បាទហើយក្រោយមកក៏បានជំនួសខ្សែភាពយន្តដែលមានភាពសខ្មៅអញ្ចឹងបើយើងមើលខ្សែភាពយន្តពីមុនមកវាគ្រាន់តែមានពណ៌សខ្មៅទេអត់មានបច្ចេកទេសអីដែលធ្វើឲ្យខ្សែភាពយន្តហ្នឹងវាបានមានភាពភ្លឺត្រជាក់ភ្នែកទេប៉ុន្តែក្រោយមកគេបានបង្កើតបច្ចេកទេសទំនើបទៅគេបង្កើតខ្សែភាពយន្តដែលមាន color film បាទដែលមានពណ៌ចម្រុះអញ្ចឹងបានយើងមើលខ្សែភាពយន្តបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគឺមានភាពត្រជាក់ភ្នែកដល់ទាំងដោយសារគេមានបច្ចេកទេសទំនើបដែលធ្វើឲ្យខ្សែភាពយន្តមានពណ៌ចម្រុះបាទมันខុសពីខ្សែភាពយន្តចាស់ៗដែរគេប្រើតែពណ៌សនិងពណ៌ខ្មៅទេOkay, now we move to paragraph number 4, right? Number 4. Any volunteer to read paragraph number 4? Vishal, you want to read number 4?
Me, teacher.
Okay, so Min, yes.
4. From the 1950s to 1980s, special effects became more and more fantastic. Experts in robotics, computers, engineering, and other fields were employed by filmmakers. However, the biggest developments in special effects came with computer-generated imagery (CGI) in the 1990s. Jurassic Park 1993 had full shots of dinosaurs using CGI. Titanic 1997 used CGI for shots on board the ship and very small models to show underwater shots of the ship.
Okay, very good, right? Okay, អញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញតាំងពីទសវត្សរ៍ឆ្នាំ1950ដល់ឆ្នាំ1980បច្ចេកទេស special effect បច្ចេកទេសថតបាទ became more and more fantastic បាទមានការវិវត្តកាន់តែខ្លាំងឡើងបានន័យថាអស្ចារ្យទៅបាទ expert បាទអ្នកបច្ចេកទេសខាងផ្នែកបាទ robot បាទ robot គឺមនុស្សយន្តបាទខាងផ្នែកមនុស្សយន្ត ខាងផ្នែក computer ខាងផ្នែកវិស្វកម្មនិងខាងផ្នែកផ្សេងទៀតគឺត្រូវបានប្រើប្រាស់បាទ verb employ បាទពាក្យ employ កន្លែងនេះមានន័យថា use បាទ use មានន័យថាប្រើប្រាស់កន្លែងនេះយើងប្រើ passive ណាត្រូវបានប្រើប្រាស់ដោយ film maker បាទអ្នកផលិតខ្សែភាពយន្តបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញមានបច្ចេកទេសច្រើនមកទាំងបច្ចេកទេសខាងផ្នែក robot មនុស្សយន្តខាង computer ខាងវិស្វកម្មនិងខាងផ្សេងទៀតត្រូវបានអ្នកផលិតខ្សែភាពយន្តប្រើប្រាស់ដើម្បីធ្វើការផលិតខ្សែភាពយន្តមួយដែលអស្ចារ្យ However បាទទោះបីជាយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយ the biggest development មកការវិវត្តធំបំផុតនៅក្នុងបច្ចេកទេស special effect នោះគឺកើតឡើង came with the computer generated imagery បាទគេហៅថា CGI បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញការវិវត្តធំបំផុតនៅក្នុង special effect នេះគឺជាការវិវត្តផ្នែកបាទផ្នែករូបភាពដែលបង្កើតដោយ computer បាទ computer generated imagery បាទ imagery បាទ imagery អូខេអញ្ចឹងរូបភាពដែលបង្កើតដោយ computer អញ្ចឹងគេហៅថា CGI បាទនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ 1990 បាទ Jurassic Park នៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ 1993 បាទ had a full shot បាទ shot កន្លែងនេះមានន័យថាយើងថតរូបបាទថតបាទនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ 1993 ហ្នឹង Jurassic Park បានថតរូប dinosaur ដោយប្រើ CGI បាទដោយប្រើកម្មវិធី CGI បាទ Titanic រឿង Titanic ក្នុងឆ្នាំ 1997 ក៏បានប្រើកម្មវិធី CGI នេះដែរដើម្បីថតបាទទៅលើអ្នកដំណើរជិះទៅលើកប៉ាល់ហ្នឹងបាទ shot on the board of the ship បាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់បានថតពីផ្ទាំងរូបភាពទាំងមូលស្ដីអំពីអ្នកដំណើរដែលគាត់ឡើងទៅលើនាវាដ៏ធំហ្នឹង and a very small model to show the underwater shot of the ship បាទពេលនោះហើយវាដើរតួនាទីជា model ទូចមួយដើម្បីបង្ហាញអំពីការថតរូបភាពក្រោមទឹកបាទការថតរូបភាពនាវាក្រោមទឹកសមុទ្របាទក្រោមទឹករបស់យើងបាទអញ្ចឹងកម្មវិធីនេះល្អមែនតើកម្មវិធី CGI បាទអូខេយើងសម្រាប់5នាទីហើយយើងចាំចូលវិញសម្រាប់5នាទីសិនទៅបាទចូលវិញយើងបន្ថែមពីparagraph ទៀតហើយយើងមានសំណួរ A B C ក្នុងការឆ្លើយណាបាទអូខេ we take a break 5 minutes